Hello, picking up from last week. I said I was cleaning, I'm scrubbing. So what I'm trying to do is get rid of all the mess up there on the actual window. And you can see I've done that one, so that looks loads better. And I'm working my way down. I'm just trying to get this off. This, it went right up to there and it's solid, really like cement solid, and it looks so messy, so I'm just going to try my best and see how much I can scrape off. It's quite slow progress today. I've no idea what time it is, but it's way past tea time, way past Mike's tea time. So I've just put some Jersey Royals on. He had those last night and he really liked them. Couple of little small pork loin steaks with salt and pepper and a little bit of bacon and some bread, and he was really happy with that, so he's getting that again. Now it is Saturday and it is miserable. Well, it's not miserable, that's the wrong word to say actually. No, it's not miserable. It is it's a little bit dark and ready to rain, but it's not cold, it's fairly humid. I need to find out what time it is. I had my diet's been out today. I ended up having marmalade on toast this morning, so obviously I didn't fast, and it was Warburton's big thick toasty bread. And then for lunch I'd got some really nice soft bread cakes in that I really like. I shouldn't have bought them because Mike don't like them, which means I'm going to eat them because I do like them. So I had a big fat tuna mayonnaise sandwich, and now it's tea time and I really don't want anything. Can't find my phone, don't know what time it is. Anyway, it's Saturday. I'm having one. I'm having one. Don't sound too desperate, do I? It's a diet one that'll make up for my big fat tuna sandwich with full fat mayonnaise and butter. It's very naughty. Oh, cheers. Yum. Could have done with a bit of lemon juice. I wonder if I've got any lemon juice. Don't think I have. Hang on. It's a bit dusty. Everything's dusty. It's all dusty. We're fine. Oh, a little squirt of lemon juice. I ain't got any fresh lemons. I'm not that sophisticated, I'm afraid. Cheers again. Chin chin. I've got fumes of varnish up my nose, and that's all I can smell at the moment, and I'll probably come to bed with me. Well, the whole house, when you use varnish, the whole house smells of it, so that's that. Right, what was I doing? Mike's tea. Pork. Potatoes are cooking. So I was doing my jobs, scrubbing the window, getting that cleaned, and Mike, he'd been doing the skirtings and he got to the point where he really had enough, so he said, right, I've had enough, that's the last cut, I'm going to sit down. So he sat down and he's watching me scrubbing the window, and he said, shall I varnish the hearth for you? And I said, no, sit down, just stay there, but then it can be drying overnight. I said, no, I'll do it. Can I help you with what you're doing? I said, no, I'm enjoying myself, shut up. Next thing, I've done all my jobs, come into the kitchen making the tea, and he's outside pottering, pulling up weeds. He can't sit down, he can't sit still. He's pants in his pants. And then he locked poor Willow out because he didn't realise she was out with him. So he came in, shut the door, went and sat down, and then he heard her. Bless her, she was most indignant about the whole thing. Very dramatic is Willow when she wants to be. Bit of a drama queen like her mother. Right, I think I'm ready to put the pork on. Today we're doing the Architrave. I call it a door frame. Mike calls it an Architrave. Anyway, we've done this one, stuck that on, and popped some nails in. This one, I'm just going to do this one next. So Mike's put a little spacer thing at the bottom. Because why did you do that?
Well, it's near the threshold of the door.
Right.
And even good floorboards can flex a bit. So I can put this on, or you can put this on, take the spacer out, and it's off the floor then.
Oh, right, yeah. So I'm going to use some grab adhesive, blob it all the way, stick this on, and then just like that, drill and hammer some nails in.
There we are. So Cheryl's just running a little bit of grab adhesive down on the door frame, like that. It's called the door frame because it surrounds the door, of course. That's it, and she'll go all the way down with that. She's a lot better at this than I am. I was trying to do it this morning, I was all over the place. Obviously you've got to take any paper or loose bits off the door frame so the Architrave fits better. Click, next bit. Wrong, there we go. So Cheryl's just lining up the Architrave. Don't worry if it don't go in, you know, as long as it's flush with the door frame. Oh, and I can see an issue right up at the top, and it's my fault, so I'm just going to sort that. I'll cut that bit out at your nail. Line your Architrave up with your door frame and repeat. Just in the wrong place. Good. Okay. There's just the centre one to do, and then those parts of the Architrave will be on. We're missing a piece. Cheryl's ordered it, I hope.
Yeah.
Yep, so that'll come in a few days. So that'll be the Architrave nearly done, which is good. See? Hold your Architrave as you pull your drill out. That's it. Okay, so there we are. A bit of a gap at the bottom, so I might just ask Cheryl to put another nail in there. But other than that, that's about done. It's good stuff. I just cannot use my hands today, so that's well, Cheryl's doing stuff. Yeah. Right. So, just while Cheryl's finishing off cleaning the bay window, I've nipped upstairs to her dressing room, such as it is, and it does wind her up that it's some mess in here. She had it really nice, and everything's found its way in here. It's almost the last room that we can put stuff, not junk, stuff. Light bulbs, notepads. In the corner there, boxes waiting for the electrician, tripods. I mean, a lot of this stuff I can get tidied for her. So I'm going to do that. All of that, look, can go in the cupboard that was built into the bathroom. Now I've got to do the shelves in there, but at the very least I can get stuff out of here for her, so she gets some sort of head start on giving it a good tidy, good clean. Now that round mirror was temporary, and that quite large long mirror is due to go in there. I'm not going to do that today because it's Sunday and it means getting the drill out and drilling into the wall, and you know, I don't want to be making too much noise on a Sunday, so I'm not going to do that today. But at least it's one of another 1,000 jobs to do. Anyway, I'm going to give it a quick tidy. Yeah, give her a head start. Okay. So here's the front bedroom, tiny bedroom, also known as the recovery room. This is where I recovered in this really comfy bed Cheryl did for me after my operation. Here's the door to the bathroom, and all that lot on there, I don't know what plumbers would call it. Well, call that a toilet, but it's sort of second fix stuff for the bathroom. I'm leaving the ladders there for the loft because I don't know if they'll need them. Anyway, there's not a lot I'm doing there. I don't want to disturb how they've organised stuff. So that's Jim, George, Jim's father. Oh, I can't remember his name. Might be Jamie. I don't know, but anyway, they're going to do second fix.
Just having a think about this utility room, or what will be the utility room. It's a small little room. That's southwest. When the sun hits, I'm glad of those blinds. I mean, I'm not keen on the blinds, not going to keep those particular blinds, but I am yellow. I suppose they're very bright and cheerful, but it gets absolutely roasting in here. Willow was sprawled out in the hallway, which is the only cool area of the house. It's a really hot house. I know I keep saying it, and a lot of you, when we opened up the doors to the conservatory for what will be the kitchen, we said it's going to be cold even in the winter. It's not cold. And upstairs, wow, we don't put the radiator on at all in our bedroom. I think I've said that about 5 times now. But anyway, back to the utility. Mike's having chicken Kiev and chips, so they're cooking in the air fryer. What was I going to talk about the utility? Oh yes, yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking, on a good point, in the winter, when I can't hang my washing out, because this will be laundry as well. Even in the winter, if the sun's coming through, this is going to be quite a hot room. I can get on the washing dryer in here. I have to put the dryer on. And I don't like having the washing hanging all over the house or hanging over with radiators. Well, the radiators, I've been putting radiator covers on anyway, so I can't hang washing all over the radiators, but I don't like to do that anyway. You get people come round and then they walk past a radiator with your knickers and socks on. Don't do that. So I think I'm designing this room in my head. The washing machine, which is currently there, is going to go in the corner there next to, because I'm going to keep a sink. I think a sink is really useful in a utility, and I really want a really nice sink in the kitchen. So for all the mucky jobs, I think it'd be nice to have a mucky sink, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I know what I mean. I'm just stood here answering your lovely comments from last week on my little laptop here. So I just thought I'd have a quick chat with you about that while I'm cooking tea and dying a death in this little sauna. Oh, it could be a sauna. Oh, that's a thing. Oh. Right, get on with it. I'm going to carry on answering your comments and get Mike's tea on. Bank holiday Monday, and look what's arrived finally. The other cabinet. Just going to check that this one's all right.
Well,
And there it is.
well, hang on. Let's do this properly. The driver did say that he had to drag this from the front of his van, and it was laid against the side of his van, and he had a bad back, so he couldn't carry it very well. I lifted it off the van and into the front garden. So the joints look okay. Drill works, and the door does. So that's wibbly wobbly, but so DIY kitchens, the idea is that you buy them built. You do have to take the doors off to fit them, really. But what you shouldn't have to do is to take a drawer front off this one, which is the one that was delivered damaged. So I've got to take the drawer front off that and hope that, so I'm going to have to tap it off. But anyway, yep, take the drawer front off that. I'll see how that comes off and fit it to this. They then sent us a drawer front which is there because this one arrived without one. Then of course I got to fit the door, fit this door because this door's damaged at the bottom. So
what are these then? Because those are not on there.
well, I'm hoping that they're in here. In here.
Right.
It might be easier to take the drawer out, take that drawer out
Yeah.
and that one and slide it back in. I mean, that would make it easier. So fingers crossed that's what's going to happen. So how long ago did this get delivered? 3 weeks, maybe 4?
Yeah, about that.
Well, we don't know which, so let's say it was 3 weeks ago.
Mm.
So if we were waiting for the kitchen to be fitted, let's say by a kitchen fitter, this would have held the job up and not our fault. This is what's annoyed me about DIY kitchens. That was deliberately sent knowing it was badly damaged, because they admitted that it was damaged in the warehouse, wasn't it?
The drawer front, they said, didn't pass quality.
Didn't pass quality. It's smashed inside.
Yeah.
That end is unfitted. And so that to me is deliberate.
Mm.
They sent it knowing that we wouldn't be happy with it. Well, what sort of company does that? You know. Anyway, hopefully we won't hit any more quality problems with what we're doing. But that's annoyed me, that. You know, we've enough on, haven't we?
Yeah.
Without DIY kitchens or any company causing us problems. And did they actually apologise?
Yeah, they did apologise.
Did they say, we apologise?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, we can get on with it now. Hopefully this has come, or we've got feet for this. We'll have to check all of that. So that's that. Anyway, so this is the infamous cupboard. I say infamous because Cheryl really wanted this cupboard. So what I'm hoping to get done today, and it will take a lot of doing, is to put some shelves in it. Mm. There's a few things. This wall, strong enough of course, but it's concrete block weight there, and here just plasterboard and stud work. It was just how it had to be made up. So I've that to think about. This wall, which it don't matter if you don't see it, but this wall's a solid concrete plaster wall. But what I'm not going to do is do any heavy drilling for screws and rope plug fixings for the timbers for the wall, and I'm not going to do any hammering. So I've got to build shelves with no hammering and no drilling into the concrete wall or this wall that's been made up, as it were. And the reason for that is on the other side of this is freshly made and freshly laid tiles. Mm-hmm. And if I hammer on this, I'll guarantee it something will go wrong on the other side. A tile will pop off or I'll crack one. I'm not on this here. On the other side of this is the tiles. Mm. And although I know where the timbers are in there, I'm not even going to fix to them.
Right.
Because of the tile. So little in the way of vibration, no banging. Yeah. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that as we go on. It's a pretty simple thing, to be fair. But, so that's what I'm doing in here today.
And as for me for today, I'm cleaning. So the majority now of the muck work that the tradesmen were making is pretty much done, barring a few bits and bobs. So I'm starting in my kitchen because Mike's going to be working upstairs. Just cleaned out my cupboards there. I'm going to start in there and then just work my way around, empty all that, clean it. Fridge wants cleaning, that's due a clean. Everything tidied and scrubbed. And yeah, that's my jobs for today. Well, starting with the kitchen anyway. Right, in my room now. So Mike's cleared out a lot of stuff out of here so that I can have a good sort out and a clean. Oh, got this stuff for my eye and it worked. It's good. It's good. Just thought I'd mention that. So yeah, I need to get this room sorted now. So I'm going to go through everything and be really cruel about charity. If I can't make something else out of it, it's going to charity. That's the end of that, really. Got some washing that I folded up the other day. That's got to be put away. Am I ironing it? No, I'm not. I've got enough to do. And then I need to get all the surfaces empty so I can clean everything. The blinds really want doing as well, as does the window. So a fair bit to do in here. Try and get rid of as much as this stuff and get it put away. I don't actually know where I'm going to put it when I say put things away, but I'll sort it.
Camera. Is it down? Oh, it's there. Are you filming?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, you don't need cleaning. So what I've been able to do is to put the skirting turned around, obviously. This is a skirting not needed. It's well in the way. So I cut the skirting in half. Liquid nails on the other side, grab adhesive, and on this side, see, I've done the same with spare tiny Architrave, again glued in place. So next thing, and these just wedges, just to glue them in place. They're quite long. I'll hold them while they glue. So the next thing now, Cheryl's measured out how tall she wants each shelf, which is about 15 inches. So what I can now do is to cut the support strips, which are going in here and across there. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want 10 support strips. I won't have enough shelving today, but it'll come within a few days. I will get what shelving I can in, and then Cheryl will merrily paint it, won't you?
Yeah.
Well.
your biscuit? Have you? Where is it? Can I have it? Yum, 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 yum.
So that's all my support buttons in. Obviously they want filling, painting. So I put them up here as obviously this side as well. Bit of slight error there I've just noticed. So there they are. Now what I've got, up you can see this piece of scrap wood that I've cut to 28 and a quarter, I think it is, and I'm just doing it to see if it fits. So there's movement there, and as you go up but as you go down it's pretty tight. So I'm gonna cut another piece and see if I can get that somewhere near. I'd like them pretty tight, to be honest. Okay.
Just stopped to show you where the cupboard's up to. It's looking good. Here we go. That top one will just remain a shallow one. Otherwise, if it comes out here, I won't get my hand in. So that's just a shallow one. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the bottom bit. Mike's nearly finished gluing. I'm going to paint it all just white. But well, I will paint it, not right now. So I will paint it all, but I want to get all the stuff out of my room and into here, so just waiting for the glue to set, and then I can really tidy up my room, get stuff out of here and out of the bedroom as well. Started tidying up, got that tidy, hoovering as I go, doing that next, done my shelf, and I've been out to shops and got some glass cleaner. Glass cleaner for this all needs a good clean. So it's taken surprisingly a lot longer to do this room than I thought it would, but it's because I'm constantly moving stuff to get to stuff. It was just, you know, that Tetris thing that we like to play. You got to chew. You got to chew. Is it exciting? Is it exciting, Willow? Being a little over dramatic about it. Right. There we go. There you go. Just had a walk with Willow, and it's raining, so she wasn't too happy about that. Went into charity shop, and she didn't want to come back out because it was dry in there. But I got this. I took some stuff. I took those 2 blouses. they've gone. But I found this Jewels scarf. There you go. And it was £2.50 for a Jewels scarf. Can't go wrong for that. It's like new. Anyway, I'm going to see what Mike's up to. I'm keeping out of trouble.
Yeah. So what I'm doing next couple of days really is putting the skirtings on. And as you know, the room is not level, etc. It will take a little bit of doing, but briefly show you the way I'm doing it. So the first thing is, as you can see with this pile of rubble, big bits, you have a look, offer your skirting up. If it sits flat to the wall, all you then have to do is level it really and fix it. Of course this didn't, and you can see where I've had to knock bits out. There's 2 nails I had to knock back, and I've done that all in this bay window. So I then offer the skirting up, and it sits pretty flat. It's not bad. I've also drawn a pencil mark on top of the skirting. That's only because I'd wallpapered to the floor nearly, so I used a Stanley knife to take the paper off just below the pencil mark. You can't, if you're gluing skirting to a wall, you really don't want to be gluing the timber to paper, do you? So that's what that's for. So I've cut the paper off. It's now sitting pretty flat to the wall. The next thing I had to do was to mark, you can see across there, and there's 4 of them. So I'm going to use 4 screws and a bit of adhesive, proper skirting board adhesive. I think it's called CT1, might be CT2, but it doesn't matter, does it? And the marks, of course, correspond with where I've got good wall, as it were, not these back areas. So that's that. And then the next thing is to check that it's level. This will not be level. There it is. Gosh, as you can see, that's a fair way out, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's okay. What I've got loads of spaces, but these are pretty good for this. You okay there?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, one of the issues when you're doing something like this, I could easily put them 2 or 1 under there. That would pick this up, and this skirting would be level. However, that skirting over there, Cheryl's pointing at, I've got to adjust this skirting so that it meets with that skirting over there, and that skirting over there may not be level. In fact, if I put this on the floor, you can see it isn't. And it's too high at this end, meaning that would have to go down. Well, I don't want to do that because it would mean profiling, cutting off the bottom of the skirting. So not only do I have this piece to think about, I have that one, and where it turns the corner, if you see what I mean. So it's where you start your level at. I thought I might start here, but actually I might start right near the door, see what that level is, and then just take an average of them. So drill, 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 and then do a masonry bit, drill, and then rope plugs and screws and a little bit of adhesive on each of them. So that's what I'm up to.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you did ask.
Morning, happy Saturday. Just getting ready to take Willow out for a walk. As it's Saturday, Mike needs time to edit the video, get it sorted and ready for upload. So I'll be finishing this off today. Today I'm going to be doing the skirtings. Mike's done most of it and all the filling, so I'm going to do the painting. And I'm hoping I can get the wallpaper up this weekend, but that'll be on next week's video. Hoping, I'm not sure. We'll see how I get on. The bathroom is in. We have a bathroom. The shower is amazing, absolutely amazing. I was in it this morning and I didn't want to get out. The rainfall shower, oh, I feel so clean. It's lovely. So yeah, we have a bathroom. I've picked the paint. Would you believe it's called Willow Tree? Willow. So I've gone for a slight, a cheerful greeny colour, very light, cheerful green. You can hardly tell it's green actually, but it's a nice colour. So I've got that to do. That'll be on next week's video as well. And I've picked the flooring and we have got some samples for the carpet in the front room. So I'll show you those on the next video as well. We'll be choosing the carpet. That's exciting. I have chosen the bathroom flooring and it's because I didn't want that tile look with grout. I didn't think, you know, with the tiles on the wall, I just didn't think it'd look right. And I didn't want the fake wood look either. What I wanted, because it's sort of a traditional mix with contemporary, the bathroom. So I wanted a really clean look. So I've gone for this, it's not, I want to say concrete floor, but it's like a grey, no pattern to it, but grey mottled look. That probably sounds awful, but when it's down and you see it, you'll know what I mean and why I've picked it and how it goes with everything else in the bathroom. Yeah, I've got to order the blinds, so I'm going to measure up for those later today and get those ordered. I am just going to go for blinds in the bathroom because it's just easier to get your privacy quickly. I know it's frosted glass, but if it's, you know, if it's dark outside, you can see silhouettes inside. Not that anybody's going to want to watch us getting in and out of the bath, but anyway, for privacy, just going to get some simple blinds, just like these ones. Those, I like those, nice and simple, and they're easy to wipe down. You know, and you get condensation on them from steam. You just wipe them. They're easy. It's not a big window anyway. All right, so that's it from me for now. Thank you again so much for all of your support and your comments. I see you on the next one. It's going to be a good one next one, so come back next week. Bye. It's got his signature on it.
So playing in the background is Jeff Goldblum on keyboards. This is his album bought me for my birthday.